Okay, so controversial piano teacher, piano player opinion here. I do think Hannon can be helpful. I know for a lot of folks it feels a little bit old fashioned. It definitely is. The Hannon Revisited is kind of updated for more, modern techniques and stuff. Here's where I think it's helpful. So when I talk with, my beginning students who have never played piano at all, we often do like 5 finger scales or basic scales because we're trying to get a ergonomic hand position and fingering that makes sense and is going to serve us well. A lot of times beginners, especially young ones, will come in, with the one finger typing or just getting all their fingers tangled up unnecessarily, and getting them to a place where they just naturally know kind of a more ergonomic way to play can be a little bit of a challenge. What I like specifically that I find the original Hannon does is it gets the idea of first, with my beginning students, I generally do 5 finger scales. Just the idea that it's one finger per note. We're not doing the one finger typing. We're not like crossing over weirdly, etc. But what we need to move on to, kind of the next step, is going from, okay, say my pinky's on this note and my fourth finger stretching, not to the very next note, but to the note after it. And we see this a lot in Hannon. I mean, the very first exercise is, you can see how every time my fourth finger and pinky are stretching out. And as you can imagine, this gives us a lot more options as we're playing the piano, and that's a really good thing. So I definitely think it has its place. I like to really fine-tune everything based on what my student needs. So I don't necessarily do this with everyone. I just think it's still worth maybe having in your back pocket, especially if you see a student who is really struggling with that kind of motion.